Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the brothers teaching the truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. Our Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai being the name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This gospel is true, the kingdom of heaven, salvation is for the Israelites, and the Israelites only, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones scattered abroad that may look like the other nations, where your spirit resonates with this truth. The kingdom of heaven, salvation is for you. Alright, today's lesson is going to be entitled, So-Called White Man Hates Your Black Guts, but the feeling is mutual. / keep hate alive. Alright, so that's the topic of the video, and it's gonna be based off of these two videos that I have. I'm probably gonna play them out first. I'm just gonna play them out, and then I'm gonna circle back and break down everything, and then bring out some scriptures.
You don't necessarily have to hate white people, but you gotta hate white people. No, it's funny, but it ain't funny. We designed to live up to 200 plus years. We in America, motherfucking barely lucky if you make 65. They poison the foods, poison the air, poison the water. He just, fuck you, nigga. He just doing a smile. What the fuck you talking about? You don't got no executive orders. Every community, every borough, they have borough president, right? Borough president doesn't do shit for us. We have district leaders, people that's supposed to be over our districts. They get money, they get budgets for the hood. No businesses. What are you talking about, man? Fuck, hate white people, man. Because he hate me. How long can you love something that hates you? It's hard to love something that don't love you back. How long do you think you're going to be loving somebody who hates you? Man, I hate you too, bitch. Fuck you, me. Natural. Fuck me, fuck you, devil. That's how it goes. But you love your master. So this is why you never gonna compete. Ain't no Jamaican going for that shit. Ain't no Haitian going for that shit, man. Fuck what? So we gotta understand, y'all owe us. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable when you've been making me feel uncomfortable in America since before I was born. So why should I feel any type of way when I say fuck you, I hate you, when you've been passed laws to show your hate for me? Come on, man. This generation has to know. You have to rethink shit. You got to reevaluate what this shit is. This ain't no Kumbaya song, man. This ain't no United States of nothing, man. We ain't united nowhere. Ain't nobody helping black people. The fuck? Come on, man. Doing that shit, man.
Bro, one conversation I will not engage in and that immediately pisses me off is when white people start talking about class consciousness. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. I'm not hearing it. There's nothing that you can say. There's no amount of information. There's no book. I don't care what type of philosopher, sociologist that you pull from. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it, bro. Because y'all only use that shit as a way to circumvent the accountability of all the fucked up shit you and your ancestors have done that have led us up to this moment right here, right now in history. Y'all are solely responsible for the current fucked up state of the world, bro. And y'all still find a way to play victim in it all. Oh, the government has tricked us and they utilize capitalism in this. I don't want to hear it. It's been over half a millennia, bro. Half a millennia. Black people been telling y'all, Latino people have been telling y'all, Asian people have been telling y'all, indigenous people have been telling y'all. And now we're supposed to just sit back and accept and just be like, oh, they finally got it, guys. Let's bring them into the club. Fuck that. I'm not hearing it, bro. Y'all ate us, bro. Y'all still eating people. We still dealing with the fallout of y'all fucked up decisions. It's not happening, dog. It's not happening. Now y'all want to talk about class consciousness because your back is against the wall and the ship is sinking. No, y'all motherfuckers is about to drown and we got our own boat that we about to sail on. Fuck y'all. That's not happening, bro. People, oh, well, black people can't do it by themselves. Watch us, nigga. Watch us. Bro, one time.
Come on, so that's right, man. You know, that's the spirit I'm coming in. That's the spirit that we need to be in, especially in this truth. But as you can see, you know, Jake, even though they're in the world, they're bogged out. They're waking up to who their oppressor is, man. All right, so I'm gonna play back the other video, but this time I'm gonna chime in and then bring out scriptures. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one as well. And yeah, will really be edified. You know, sometimes you want to just let the video play that way.
We designed to live. You don't necessarily have to hate white.
That way you get a better understanding, and then you can dissect it, you know, better. Because, you know, sometimes you might not be able to catch every talking point if you play the video in the beginning. But if you go along with the video, you know what I'm saying, then you can catch every talking point, or the major talking points, and then you can like dissect it down with the scriptures and whatnot.
You don't necessarily have to hate white people, but you gotta hate white people.
And so starting off with that, right? The Jake, he's trying to save face. Maybe it's his podcast or whatever. I guess he invited this guy on. Smart or whatever. That's this guy named Smart. That's the main guy that was talking. But you know, when you invite people to your podcast, you know, you don't know what to expect, right? But anyways, he called it like it is. He told the truth. You gotta hate these so-called white people. All right, these Edomites. They're not white. They're Edomites. Okay, but that Jake was saying, oh, you don't necessarily gotta hate. No, you gotta hate, man. Okay, but Jake trying to save face, save his show, save his podcast, trying to come off not being racist. You know what I'm saying? That's Jake for you, man. Let me see. Yeah, Jeremiah 2:33. Right. Trimmest his ways. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways, right? Why are you trying to tone down your spirit? Why are you trying to hold back? Why are you afraid to call out the devil, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom? He's the devil, man. All right? Don't hold back. This is the truth. We gotta, you know, we gotta point these things out. All right, what does it say in NLT? Yeah, how you plot and scheme to win your lovers, even an experienced prostitute can learn from you. Right, and that's exactly how these devils, these white people operate, because they see that there's good in you, and they play on your weakness. They play on your ability to show love and care and compassion, and so they humble themselves to you, right? And they smile and they show you a good side of them. But in the end of the day, man, they're plotting to take you over. You see what I'm saying? And so they've learned, that's been the MO. They learned your ways. Okay? And so that's what they do. So they'll dangle goodies in front of you, they'll dangle treats, they'll dangle benefits, certain things to make you turn the other cheek, right? Turn the other way, man. But the Israelites, starting with the apostles and elders on down, brothers here at Great Millstone, man, we're here to be that reminder. We're here to remind Jake, man. Every day is so-called Black History Month, so to speak. It's just, you know, not to say we celebrate that, but we're always going to be for our people, man. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the other nations, but their lineage goes back to being Israelites. All right, so we're only here for the Israelites. All right, and our enemy is the so-called white man and these other nations that are not Israelites. Esau, Edom, Amalek. All right, that's the main culprit right now. Right? Let's see. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Maybe it was there. I just didn't see it. Yeah, Salakia. Tripping. So, this is Jeremiah 48 and 10. It says, Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord Yahweh deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood, from judgment. Okay? And this, he falls in the second part here. Okay? And, this is another thing too, man. You can't be doing the work of the Lord, deceitfully, man. All right? You can't be, preaching another doctrine or believing another doctrine, but then claiming you believe in this truth. You can't be doing none of that, man. You got to believe in this thing wholeheartedly, all right? You can't be preaching this word, but then you have a problem with a brother. That's doing the work deceitfully, man. Okay? The scriptures tell you how to deal with your brother if you have a problem with him, man. Okay? Simple and plain. The scriptures tell you how to follow orders. Okay? Just pray to the Lord for guidance and wisdom and understanding, man. Okay? But the main point was this: cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Alright? And this guy, you don't want a guy like him beside you when it's time to bring forth judgment, man. You moving scary, bro. Like you're not ready to throw down against your enemy, man. That's kept you back hundreds of years, man. Alright?
No, it's funny, but it ain't funny. We designed to live up to 200 plus years. We in America, motherfucking barely lucky if you make 65. It poison the foods, poison the air, poison the water.
Yeah, we can get some scriptures on that too. So now, basically, the time that, let's see, the age that men live now is like, you'd be lucky if you make it to what do I say? You'd be lucky if you make it to 70. All right, in this day and age, all right, if you make it to 70 years old, all right, according to the scriptures, that you lived a good long life, man. You know what I mean? Where is this? Psalms? Yeah, Psalms 90 and 10. And it says, the days of our years are 80 years and 10. All right, and this is because sin entered into the world through Adam and Eve, or starting with Eve. And the Most High never intended for man to die. He never created man to die, right? The Israelites. All right, his purpose wasn't for us to die, but through sin, we all die, right? And so, if you read the scriptures, starting with Adam, he lived the long. He goes through different men in the scriptures, and the age decreases, man. Okay, and so this is the time that we're in now. Like the guy said, you'd be lucky if you make it to 65, right? So he's pretty close according to the scriptures, right? But we got to prove all things and bring out the scriptures, because the scriptures already said that, and the scriptures is the main foundation, right? Psalms 90 and 10. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. And if by reason of strength, 80 years, 80 is a score is 20. Times that by 3, that's 60. And add another 10 years, that's 70, right? And if by reason of strength, they be 80 years, so that's 4 times 20. Score is 20, right? 4 times 20 is 80. So that's 80 years. Yet is their strength, labor, and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away, right? So even though you might live up to that age, right? The retirement age in this world under this devil is like 65, 70, right? The time you're supposed to retire is the time that you're gonna die, right? So you're working all your life up until your death, and so even if you did live long, even up to 80, you spend all your time working, toiling for this devil, working for this devil, and not really having much to show for it, or not living the life that you deserve, in a sense of, after, really, after 21, let's say 12, so right now, at 19, you should have got a severance package. At 12, you would learn from either your father or somebody. You would serve under them for 7 years, and after those 7 years, you would leave with a severance package that will pretty much set you up to in that trade or whatever skill that you've done. And so from 12 to 19, at 19 years old, 20 years old, you leave and start your own business, start your own life. Get a wife, start your own family, have your own children to help you build up your economy, right? To where if you had enough children, you had your children, eventually working for you. It just worked out, man. Long story short, it just worked out. Okay? The money stayed within you. You give your 10% to the Lord, right? All of that. You see what I'm saying? But under this devil, man, he wants you to work into your decrepit, man. He needs every last thing out of you, man. He needs your soul and spirit, man. He wants you to be invested in this place. Your soul and spirit. He wants it in you. He wants you invested in it. Okay. Because it says, for it's soon cut off and we fly away, go back into the spirit world, man. But a time is gonna come where we're not gonna feel death anymore, man.
He just fuck you, nigga. He just doing a smile. The fuck you talking about? You don't got no executive orders. Every community, every borough, they get borough president.
Psalms 10 and 2, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Alright, and who's the wicked? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. Okay, the wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, that judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Alright. Sirach 12 as well. Get that real quick. Because he just said, fuck you, nigga, and smile, right? That's how the devil works, right? 12 and 10. Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, man, because rust can't go away, man. Okay, and that's Esau. Once he's, he might put on some, put on an act, but his true intentions are being hidden. All right, and you Jakes, you fall for that. I mean, ask the Native Americans, you fell for that. All you Israelites fell for this devil, man. Okay, but it's time to wake up. It's high time to wake up out of sleep and know who your enemy is, man. All right, you can't be. We're in a war, man. We're in a spiritual war. All right, he's waging war amongst these other nations, amongst nations that actually have artillery. But you Israelites, you don't have no artillery, man. Okay, so you're in the hand of your enemies, man. You're in the hand of your oppressors. Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. If you know anything about a worm, Salakia, a worm is exposed. When it rains, you'll see a whole bunch of worms on the ground, the asphalt, whatever, on the grass, but a worm is exposed. You know, it's nothing for you to just stomp on it. It's nothing for the birds to start feasting. You see what I'm saying? You're exposed. Okay, you're a worm. You don't have a spine. You literally don't have a spine. Worms don't have spines, man. You don't have a backbone. You don't have a leg to stand on. Right? But the Lord said he's going to deliver us, man. He's going to deliver his elect. Right? So our war is a spiritual war. Our war is not a war of weapons, of guns and all these things. Right? That's the so-called white man's war. And the only way he can win against us is if we wage war in the way he wants, in his manner. He'll always win. But in the spirit, all right, in the spirit and truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Rakah Kodash, right? He'll never win. He'll never win that war. And that's what we need to operate in. That's the spirit we all need to That's the spirit we all need to operate in. Okay? Simple and plain. It says, fear not, Isaiah 41:14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Who's the Redeemer? That is Yahushai, his son, who's going to come and deliver us, man. 2nd Ezra 13, wage war with our enemies, deliver us, you know. Yeah, man. And it's high time to wake up out of sleep, man. You see what's going on. War with Iran. All right, the gas is going up, prices are going up, things are going up, economy's crashing, right? The proud is being humbled, right? The lofty looks and, you know, all that is going out the door, man. Because war is coming, man. All right?
President, right? The borough president doesn't do shit for us. We have district leaders, people that's supposed to be over our districts. They get money, they get budgets for the hood. No businesses. What are you talking about, man? Fuck, hate white people, man. Because he hate me. How long can you love something that hates you? It's hard to love something that don't love you back. How long you think?
Yeah, that's righteous, man. And that's in the scriptures. Hate is in the Bible. Okay? Do not I hate them. Psalms 139 and 10. Psalms 139:21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? And that's the so-called white man, right? He rises up. He's contrite to the Heavenly Father, the ways of the Heavenly Father. He's mad at the Most High because he didn't get the birthright. The Most High swindle him out of the birthright, right? But it is okay. You hate us, we hate you, man. Okay? It says, howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Well, the Lord hates, man. Simple and plain. All right. Let me see. Raise it. Maybe it's the same chapter too. Close. Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom, all right, the so-called white man, the so-called white race, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. All right, let's read it in the NLT. It says, Psalms 137:7. O Lord, remember the Edomites did. O Lord Yahweh, remember what the Edomites did on the day the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem. Destroy it, they yelled. Level it to the ground. All right, so these devils are always there witnessing our downfall and cheering it on. Okay, so we have all right to hate our enemies. You see, this black and white quote unquote feud is not a 400-year-old feud. This is a generational feud Okay, since the beginning, really going back into the garden. Okay, and then through Cain and Abel, Cain being the spiritual forefather of Esau, or being Esau in the spirit at that time, and then that manifested into Isaac and Slakia. That manifested into Jacob and Esau. All right, you see what I'm saying? And then this is where we are now through the nations, right? Because through the splitting of the nations, the splitting of the womb. It's Isaac. I think it was Rebecca. Yeah, Isaac. Or it was Rebecca, right? And two nations were in a womb, and the Lord separated the nations right there and then. The Lord sanctioned the nations, man, through that. And we were never to be of the same nation. We weren't really brothers. Physically, we were, but in spirit, we weren't, man. And it manifested, man. We're a different race. We're a different nation. We're a different manner of people to you. Okay? So back in the KJV, it says, O daughter of Babylon, which is America, who art to be destroyed, happy shall you be. Or that's ran by the Edomites today. That rewarded thee. It says, O daughter of Babylon, America, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And that hate is going to get manifested in our kingdom. Okay? But we just got to wait upon the Lord. Okay? And we're not angry. We're just waiting. I mean, yeah, we're angry. Be angry and sin not. But it is what it is, man. Right now, Esau's winning the war. Or the battle. I don't know. But, he won the battle, but not the war. Right now, Esau's winning the battle. Okay? But you're not going to win the war, buddy. Our Savior is making a quick, swift return, man. Okay?
You gonna be loving somebody who hates you. Man, I hate you too, bitch. Fuck you, me. Natural. Fuck me, fuck you, devil. That's how it goes. But you love your master. So, this is why you never...
Yeah, the trimmest their way to seek love, right?
We're gonna compete. Ain't no Jamaican going for that shit. Ain't no Haitian going for that shit, man. Fuck, what? So we gotta understand. Y'all owe us. It's not... What? So we gotta understand.
Oh shit, was that a Edomite real quick? Alright, it's a lot.
No Haitian going for that shit, man. Fuck, what? So we gotta understand. Y'all owe us. It's not my job to make you feel comfortable when you've been making me feel uncomfortable in America since before I was born. So why should I feel any type of way when I say fuck you, I hate you, when you've been passed laws to show your hate for me?
And that goes into the curses, Deuteronomy 28. Thou shalt have, that life shall hang in doubt before thee. Let me see. Grope at noonday. Yeah, Deuteronomy 20:29. Thou shalt grope at noonday, the blind gropeth in darkness. Thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, going to the curses upon the Israelites. Thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Right? There was another one. Life and doubt. Let me see. Yeah. Deuteronomy 28:68. It says, Deuteronomy 28:66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Right? You're unsure. Yeah, so I can get an LT and break it down as well. Your life will constantly hang in the balance. You will live night and day in fear, unsure if you will survive. Right? So that's true what he's saying. You know what I mean? And that's what fell upon us, man. And that's for us to do. That's for us to get better and reflect better and build our relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? That way, when the evil day comes, we've repented or we've done the work. We got to do the work, the inner man work, the cleaning and the cleansing of the inner man. That's also part of the work, right? So what I mean by we've done the work, we're confident that we've done the work to clean our ways, cleanse our ways, to be better, to do better, right?
Come on, man. This generation has to know. You have to rethink shit. You got to reevaluate what this shit is. This ain't no kumbaya song, man. This ain't no United States of nothing, man. We ain't united nowhere. Anybody helping black people? The fuck? Come on, man. Doing that shit, man.
I wanted to get another one, man. Another one. You gotta, Deuteronomy 25:17 says, remember what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when you came out forth of Egypt, how he met thee. Amalek is who? Amalek is the elite of Edom, of Esau, Edom, the so-called Jays, the small hats, the little caps. All right, if you know, you know. The isn't reals. Anyways, remember what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not Yahweh. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God Yahweh hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about the kingdom of heaven, in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it, right? This is something that the Lord requires from us. So to blot out the remembrance is going into Obadiah, right? Where after the 1,000 years of hardcore bondage and slavery, that they got to drink of the cup, right? These Edomites, they got to go through the curses and drink of the cup and go through slavery under the Israelites, under the so-called black man, right? Latino, Native American man, right? They got to go through everything that they did to us is going to happen to them. All right? Simple and plain. Okay, we might not slice open their women's bellies to take out the children, but we're going to wait for them children to be born, have that bitch go through terrible pain and labor, right? Then take that child and bash that child's head across the stones, as the scripture says. We'll do that, okay? And best believe that stupid white bitch is not gonna get no proper quote unquote assistance, medical assistance, so to speak, for her birth. Right? The same way they want to do to the so-called black woman. They want to treat the so-called black woman like shit when she's having birth and in the hospital, right? The so-called white women, white nurses, they treat the black woman like shit, right? And then the black woman also, even though that's her judgment, but she wants to forget about the so-called black man, her man. She thinks she's a separate entity of the so-called black man when she comes from the so-called black man. So she just has her own judgment to deal with. Okay? And that was at Micah 7 and 10. All right? But it is what it is. She that is mine enemy. But it is what it is. Not gonna go there right now, but it is what it is. Right? But it's the Israelites that call out all things, man. The Israelite man. We're the ones standing on guard, standing on watch, wanting what's best for our people as a whole, man. But people don't want to see it that way. But it is what it is. So,
The best car brand in the world is not BMW.
man,
Bro, one conversation I will not engage in and that immediately pisses me off is when white people start talking about class consciousness. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. I'm not hearing it. There's nothing that you can say. There's no amount of information. There's no book. I don't care what type of philosopher, sociologist that you pull from.
yeah, man, we ain't linking up, man. Simple and plain, okay? We not linking up, dude. Esau, you're coming to a point where you want to put the blame on the so-called Jays, on Amalek, right? You have these white people who wanted to put the blame on the Jays, the small hats, the lickle caps, right? But you are the same people, all right? And now that you're not getting the benefits anymore, now you want to turn to black people, so-called black people. And, hey, man, we're all in this together, man. Fuck you. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. All right, we ain't joining hand with you, though, devils. We ain't joining hand with you, devils, man. Okay? We know what you did, man. And, that's why the Israelites are here, to keep our people in check and let them know, hey, man, this is the devil. And he never paid for this. And as a real man, you want revenge. You want vengeance. Okay? Let's see. Modify search. There we go. Oh. Live to see. Let's see. Modify search. Apocrypha. Man. Let's get right to it, man. Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And Lord will, we live to see the fall of our enemy, man. And we are living to see the fall of our enemy. So this is a beautiful time. And, even if we have to die, we got to say we live to see the downfall of this devil, man. And the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. And we got to believe that as well. So we're not really dead, because we know we come back, man. We know about reincarnation, and we know about resurrection. Okay? And if we have to die for this truth later down the line, we hope it's a resurrection and not a reincarnation. We hope it's a resurrection, because that means that same spirit that was prophesying will get the new body, right? So if you do gotta die, you pray for a resurrection, man. Pray for a resurrection like Yahushua, right? The servant's not greater than his master. We're gonna have to go through what the master did, and then he's gonna put that upon his men as well, man. This thing is beautiful, man. Okay? This thing is beautiful. Let's go back to this.
I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it, bro. Because y'all only use that shit as a way to circumvent the accountability of all the fucked up shit you and your ancestors have done that have led us up to this moment right here, right now in history. Y'all are solely responsible for the current fucked up state of the world, bro. And y'all still find a way to play victim in it all. Oh, the government has tricked us and they utilize capitalism and this. I don't want to hear it. It's been over half a millennia, bro. Half a millennia. Black people been telling y'all, Latino people have been telling y'all, Asian people have been telling y'all, indigenous people have been telling y'all. And now we're supposed to just sit back and accept and just be like, oh, they finally got it, guys. Let's bring them into the club. Fuck that.
Isaiah 14 and 16. Maybe we can go a little bit more. Well, let's get to the point. Just talking about you Edomites. Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? All right, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. And the point being, pretty much everybody should look upon them and be like, wow, is this the guy that's going down for real? And he never opened the house of the prisoners, man. He's just going to the land of America the Great, man. They're the highest incarceration rate, the highest amount of the population of prisoners, man. Okay? Now everybody's narrowly looking at this guy like, yo, this the guy that used to call the shots? You know what I'm saying? Job 9. You know what I'm saying? We gotta establish who's in rulership, man. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who's the wicked? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. The Lord allowed the wicked to rule for a certain amount of time. Who is the wicked? The so-called white man. Look what he's done. Put hell on everybody, even his own people, man. But good for that. Good for his own people catching hell, man. That's why we're doing this video now. The guy saying, nah, don't be trying to link up with us. Now you realize you're catching hell. We ain't trusting none of that, man. Because they still want to be the boss. They still want to run shit. They still want to do this. They still want to do that. Fuck out of here. Okay? And nigga, you fucked up the earth, Esau. You're the nigga. You want to call people niggers and all this shit, nigger. As if that's even doing nothing, man. I dare a cracker call me nigga, man. Tell him straight up he's going into slavery, bro. You know what I'm saying? To fuck up his day. Get ready for war with Russia and China and Iran, nigga. Get ready for your children to get blown to bits. Get ready for your children to get drafted into World War III and your kingdom's going down. Canada's going to shit. I'll tell a cracker that any day, man. I can't. That's what I say. You call me a nigga, that don't mean shit to me, but I'm going to fuck up your day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you that the Canadian hockey team is going to shit. Canada's going to shit. Because I could give a fuck. You feel me? Call me a nigga, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm telling a cracker straight up his kingdom is going down. His kingdom is going to be destroyed. All right? You tell a cracker that, all you got to do is tell a cracker that his woman is taking black dick and his day is fucked. His day is over with. That's it. The white woman. You just tell a cracker, you know what I mean? That's why I give it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting no adultery or nothing like that, but I'm just saying. You tell a cracker that the white woman's taking black dick. I'm just like, yo, that's why I give the white woman black dick. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta say. Fuck it. You know what I mean? That'll fuck up an Edomite's day, man. Start crying and shit. Little bitch that he is, man. You see Piers Morgan? You see what happened with Piers Morgan, right? And fucking that Jake, light-skinned Jake, is pretty much talking about his woman's getting rotted out by Jake. it said pool boys needed. Who do they call boys? Obviously they're looking for Jake. You know what I mean? Fucking anyways, I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying though, you know, fuck these Edomites. You know what I'm saying? You could throw cheap shots at Edomites, man. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You can kill him and then fuck his wife. All right, that's righteous. All right, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Fuck is he gonna do? You're not gonna do shit. I'm talking about in the kingdom, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But that's righteous. Kill him, fuck his wife. All right. Let me get some Isaiah 24 real quick. Where I want to start. Yeah. Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Right? And I seen a comment. It says, I hate when they say humans are monsters. We ruin the earth. Like, bro, who's we? Exactly. Who's we? That's y'all niggas. That's y'all cracker asses. Don't involve us in your shit. All right? We're in your hands, nigga. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right? Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth under the so-called white man, under the so-called white man's rulership. Okay? And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Okay? Simple and plain. You violated the Heavenly Father's laws, and this is the judgment that you get, man. All right?
Not hearing it, bro. Y'all ate us, bro. Y'all still eating people. We still dealing with the fallout of y'all fucked up decisions. It's not happening, dog. It's not happening. Now y'all want to talk about class consciousness because your back is against.
Yeah, man. The fuck? Yeah. Niggas talking about we're all the same. Nigga, no, we don't eat you. Nigga, you're a weirdo, bro. We're not the same, gang. We don't have the same morale. Jake, like moral compass. Jake actually has a moral compass, man. You know what I'm saying? More excellent than his neighbor. Proverbs 12:26. The righteous more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. Right. Righteous is Israelites. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're righteous by inherently righteous. We're born righteous. It's just now we're born into your corrupt ass world, and so we get corrupted under your ways, right? And you make sin look good. Esau makes sin look good, man, but the wages of sin is death, right?
Against the wall and the ship is sinking. No, y'all motherfuckers is about to drown, and we got our own boat that we about to sail on. Fuck y'all. That's not happening, bro. People, oh, well, black people can't do it by themselves. Watch us, nigga. Watch us.
Yeah, man. Well, let me finish it off with this, because watch us, nigga. Maybe I just have to get it by book. I don't got all the books, man. Watch us, nigga. Let's see. Shots. Wisdom Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. How much battery percent do I got? Okay, I think I should be able to finish. Alright. Made no account of his labors, right? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Right? He talked about a boat. We gotta bring our own boat, but really it's gonna be a ship. It ain't gonna be no water ship. It's gonna be a spaceship. You feel me? Ain't gonna be no oil tanker ship. It ain't gonna be no slave ship or whatever. Cargo ship. Alright, it's gonna be a spaceship. That's what's getting us out of here, man. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right, and that's that's going to be for the elect. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's to befall upon the elect of Israel. That's going to receive that salvation, man. That their ticket out of here to receive salvation. Okay, so he was right on that, man. And I'm pretty much going to close up on that. Lord, will you're edified. I'm going to say shalom. Just did this video in the spirit. Until the next one.